Hey guys, Ethan Studios here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some custom LEGO minifigures I built from Ninjago. These are all using very easy to find pieces so you can make them for yourself at home, and these are all specific minifigures that I believe LEGO will never make, but still played a very important role in the show. Without further ado, let's just dive right into this. First up, we've got Jay here. This figure is from Season 4, Tournament of Elements, when the Ninja team briefly split up. Jay was the host of a gaming show for some reason. I don't really know why, but this is what he looked like in the show. The torso here is from the LEGO Jazz Club modular building from a couple years back. The hairpiece is probably the most important and iconic part of this figure. I bought it off of LEGO's Pick-a-Brick website. I think it was like $1 for the hairpiece, so you can find it on there pretty easily. It should still be available, or you can find it on Bricklink. And then the head, of course, is from Skybound J. This is probably one of the best custom minifigures I've made. Really happy with how this guy turned out, and I think it looks very, very similar to what he looked like in the show. Up next, we've got the Commissioner, most notably from Season 6 Skybound. He did appear in a couple of other Ninjago seasons as well. He was in the Wildbrain era quite a bit, but we haven't seen much of him in Dragons Rising. Anyways, the torso, legs, head, and cap are all one figure. This guy came as is in the police station modular from a few years back. Very interestingly enough, he looks exactly like the Commissioner from Ninjago. The only thing that's missing is the mustache piece, but LEGO doesn't make that piece in light gray, so I figured he looks perfectly fine. He has the iconic mustache, but it's just a print. Alternatively, you could take the LEGO mustache piece and paint over it with a silver Sharpie, and you'd probably get a little bit more accurate looking minifigure, but I just really liked the simplicity and look of this one. It's going to be a lot easier to put together for all of you at home. Next up, we've got a pretty funny minifigure here. This is very simple. This is just Master Wu from Dragons Rising. We've seen his ghost, spirit, whatever you want to call it, appear many, many times, and this one is fairly simple to make. You just need a golden torso, legs, head, and hat. Disregarding the hat, which you can get in pretty much any Sensei Wu minifigure at this point, the rest of this figure came in a LEGO City set. There was like a golden fireman statue, or you can buy all of these on the LEGO Pick-a-Brick website. That's personally how I got them. You could alternatively make an all-yellow version of this character, but I think the all-gold looks a little bit better and a little bit more accurate to what his spirit looks like in the show. Next up, we've got another very iconic Ninjago character. This is Mistaké from the Oni trilogy. This is another fairly simple figure to make. That's what I tried to stick to in this video. This is just an Oni headpiece. That is the hardest part to get, but the head and horns from an Oni, and then Garmadon's torso and legs from Legacy. There were like 3 or 4 Garmadons in that set wave, so very easy to get. And if you have the Oni head and horn piece right here, you should be able to make this figure pretty easily. Up next, we've got Sally from Ninjago Crystallized. This figure here is not as perfect as I wanted it to be, but it is pretty close to what she actually looks like. The hairpiece I ordered on Bricklink for $1, pretty cheap there. The face is from a lot of city minifigures, so very easy to get there. Alternatively, there is a face with red glasses out there, but it is much harder to get, so I tried to stick to the easiest parts in this video. Very generic pink city torso, as well as legs, and then the guitar piece is from Jacob from the Tournament of Elements Legacy set. So very easy to make figure here, and it's very nice to finally have Sally in the collection. Alright, next up we've got 3 minifigures. We have the Upply here from Season 13 of Ninjago. These guys were really fun to make, and honestly I think they're my favorite minifigures in this whole video. Plundar over here was a lot of fun. He might be my favorite, but I really like how he looks as well. So to make these guys, it is just going to be a lot of very simple and common minifigure parts you can order off Bricklink if you don't already have them in your collection. Starting with Plundar here, the hood piece and leg piece were from the Archer CMF from about 5 or so years ago. He runs for pretty cheap on Bricklink. The torso is the LEGO Dwarf torso. I believe it was from Series 17, I want to say, just flipped around, and then a bow and arrow quiver on the back. And then the face is the easiest part to get. He came in so many different city sets, so super easy to complete. there. Next up, we've got the Magician. This is a female hairpiece. Again, Lego City, very easy to get. We've got the mustache piece I was talking about earlier that you could use for the Commissioner. And then the face here is Teen Woo, but he did also come in the Ninjago City Gardens as a civilian. The cape is from Master Luke Skywalker, as are the torso and legs. This was the Octu Island training Luke Skywalker. So again, another pretty common figure that a lot of you out there probably have. Finally, we've got the axe-wielding maniac himself. The hairpiece is probably the most difficult part to get, but again, it came in a CMF series, Lego Hercules. Very, very easy to get online. This is a CMF face here. The torso is from a Lego minifigure pack, a city one, I believe. And then the legs are from a Lego caveman. So the Upply are a very easy pair of minifigs to make. There's certain pieces you can swap out pretty easily, like the torsos for these guys as well. But yeah, probably my favorite figures in the entire video. Moving on, we've got window cleaning Lloyd from Ninjago. Crystallized, he is using this green forest green hat. He has a green torso with the overalls on. This came from the Lego City Carrot Van. I don't know the actual name for it. And then the dual molded arms here came from the Lego Birthday Boy CMF. And then the Ninjago movie smiling Lloyd face. Alternatively, if you don't have the Lego Carrot Van to get this torso, you could just use this very generic painter's torso here. It looks good enough in my opinion. I think it works. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. There we go. Looks pretty similar. Either way, whatever pieces you have in your collection, you're going to get a figure that looks very similar to the show. And for our final minifigure here, we have the Spacefarer himself, Jay's father, Fritz Donigan. This one, again, the theme of this video, super easy to make minifigures. The face here is from a Lego City figure, and then the torso and legs are from a $4 Lego Astronaut Polybag from 2019. So again, something a lot of you probably have in the collection, and if not, you can get it for very, very cheap online. And just like that, these are all of the minifigures that Lego will probably never make, so I made them for you guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, go ahead and let me know with a like on the video, leave a comment which minifigure is your favorite. Mine is definitely the Upply and Tournament of Elements J. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.